Welcome to the 3D Print Entrepreneur Podcast, hosted by Print That Thing, where we help you become a 3D print designer. I'm your host, Jay Wall, and today's episode, we're talking to David from Z Industries. David is one of the top 3D print TikTok and Instagram influencers with over 200,000 followers on TikTok. He's an incredible dude, credible designer who is an enthusiastic maker that everyone should check out if you haven't. I had a chance to sit down with him and talk with him a few minutes about how he got started in the manufacturing industry and his journey into 3D printing. Before we dive into the interview, let's get a quick word from our sponsors. This episode is brought to you by Print That Thing, an educational platform that helps you become a 3D print designer within 30 days. We provide easy to digest lessons that compound so you can learn fast. But we teach a unique and flexible workflow not found anywhere else. You'll learn by doing, while creating 10 unique designs, giving you a strong foundation to get you 3D printing your own ideas. If you want to unleash your superpower of 3D print design, become a member at ptt.live for designs, courses, and community. What up, David? How you doing?
Hey, Jason. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I just want to start off first saying I love your optimism and your style. Whenever you're everything I've seen from you.
Thank you. Like some people don't like the energetic part of
I love it.
My personality, but I see that some of my followers really enjoy that part, and I'm glad that they do.
Yeah, and I feel like you're just shining your light, and that's what I love about you, because you're just bright.
Yeah, when you do what you love, that's the personality you get.
Exactly. And that's what this podcast is all about. I just wanted to talk to other designers who I think are killing it and doing awesome, and just any advice we can share with the listeners. So you cool with that?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Okay, cool. So really, I just wanted to know kind of your story. When did you get started in 3D printing? How did this all come about in a nutshell?
So actually, it's pretty recent. So after graduating for my engineering degree, I'm an electronics engineer. I started working at a manufacturing facility, and I was obsessed with automation. I'm like, oh my God, automation. So I started looking into smart homes.
Ooh.
I was like, oh, this is interesting. But then I went to the other side, industrial automation. So I started playing with PLCs and all this kind of industrial automation part. I was fascinated, but for me it was it's not what I want. I need something newer, bigger, a new field. And I was watching videos, tech talks, and all these documentaries. I was like, 3D printing, what's this? And I started looking at it, reading, and after 3 months, I was like, oh my God, this is big, this is huge.
Yes.
This is the next thing.
Yes.
That was 3 years ago.
Okay.
I started as every designer, I guess. I started practicing and doing it for this hobby. So I started with designing my name, designing some kind of basic things, then I'm practicing every day. And the thing for me that helped me the most was that I was posting every design.
Even the good, the bad.
Yes. So for me, smart. I started on YouTube for 2-3 months. If you look, I think that there are some videos still there. They are horrible.
I didn't know you had a YouTube channel. Do you still have them posted?
I think so. It was 3 years ago, and I was still watching those videos. I'm like, wow. At that time, I was horrible.
Right. I think that's what I also love about you. You're doing all the micro content, the short content. That's what I think it's at. It's awesome.
That's exactly because I realized that, okay, if I want to design something every day, because that was the challenge. At that time, I was like, I need to design something every day. But to edit a YouTube video was taking me so long. I was like, I need to a different method, a different technique.
Yes. So Instagram, I love it.
Yeah, Instagram embraced me, and here we are.
That's beautiful. And I know you're on TikTok too.
Yeah. TikTok has also helped me a lot because it's a new platform. And there are a lot of people, especially the young generation, Gen Z, there. And I'm more than glad to teach them about 3D printing.
Definitely. I think it's fantastic. There's and I know you're using a tablet software, right? I want to talk about your softwares. You're using a tablet software with a pen to design your designs. And then I kind of want to ask you two questions about your software. What are you mainly using for design? And then what are you using to edit your videos?
All right. So
if you want to share,
Absolutely. I'm open here.
Yeah.
It depends.
Mm-hmm.
I use different softwares to design.
Mm-hmm.
The one that you're talking about is Shaper 3D, which is in the tablet. Yeah, I think that the tablet is right here.
That's so cool.
For me, it's very good because for rapid prototyping, it's great because you can design anywhere at any time.
Oh, yeah.
I just the feeling that you're using the stylus, like designing something in 3D, it's amazing. I love it.
It is.
So
have you tried 3D mouse yet? Have you ever tried those? Here, let me see. I'll show you a picture. Or these things. They're crazy.
What is that?
It's a 3D mouse. So you push, it goes down, up, tilt, left, right, and spin. It's weird. I just started using it, but I know what you mean. So you have the stylus on one side and then the 3D mouse, and it's just like, woo.
That would be awesome. I need to try that.
So the stylus is fun. I'm right there with you.
Yeah. So with the stylus, like it helps me, but it's just for rapid prototyping, like something like not too advanced.
Right.
Then if I need something more advanced,
where do you go?
Rhino.
Oh, Rhino, cool. Okay, I've heard a lot of people using Rhino. That I need to check it out. It's like node based or something.
I think the more specifically what I use is Rhino has different plugins, and I use Grasshopper, which is parametric design. And for me, that's a game changer because as an engineer, as an electronics engineer, I never learned about 3D design, but I was very good programming. And this is a programming language that you have to like run a series, mathematical devices. So for me, it's perfect.
So you are a programmer too?
Yes. That's actually the way that I design my things. Like the most complex thing, like using my flexible designs, the one that are like compliant mechanisms. I use Rhino for that because you need to calculate like all the interactions, dynamics, and everything.
So you're letting the software work harder for you. And because yes. Oh man, that's amazing. I love that. That is very cool. What do you think the future of it? I think it's generative design, kind of where you're seem to be headed. What do you think the future of 3D print design is?
To be honest, I think that as you mentioned, generative or parametric design are the future.
I agree. Because
computers are better processing information than us. So sometimes when I use the tablet, for example, I'm limited by the action that I can put there.
Right.
But if I put the computer to work towards a mathematical equation, an optimization software, it's faster, it's better, it's just the future.
It is. That's what I like, just staying flexible, just always being open. And because do you ever take client work or anything like that? Are you student? Are you like doing this full time or what's that like?
This is my full time. I have my company, Z Industries.
Z Industries, cool.
Yeah, so it started like that. It was a hobby. One day I received a message saying, "Oh, will you design something for me?" I was like,
"Sure." That's great.
I started little by little, charging $100, $200, $500, $5,000.
Yep. That's so great. That's what I hate sometimes. I feel like in the 3D printing industry, a lot of the designs are free. Everyone's like free STLs, and like it's kind of like I get people, I'm sure you do too, they message you and they're like, hey, they want something, but they only want to spend like $20-$30. And it's like, this is a skill, like just like a graphic designer would charge hundreds of thousands or tens of thousands of dollars. That's why I kind of want to help. This pretty much what this podcast is, and I'm so thankful you came to jump on, is just showing people you can do this as a career, and if you want to. So thank you for sharing that.
No, absolutely. I think that it takes a while because, as you mentioned, like the 3D printing community is very used to the free thing, like figures, and then people see that they are free, and then are like, oh well, maybe the designers are also free. And
right? Not. Yeah, I think it's like, oh, if those are free, then those must be free. So I'm here to just help change that, and I want to flip that mindset and just let people know. So that's what this is all about.
And you're doing a great job.
Thank you. I'm trying.
With your platform itself, it's amazing.
I'm trying to learn. Yeah, maybe I'll learn some Rhino here in the future. That I've heard many good things about that. And I've seen some designs that came out of Rhino that are like, whoa.
Yeah. What about you? What designs do you use? What design software?
I started off in Cinema 4D because I come from a film background. So I was making movies and stuff like that, but I always wanted to I like magic tricks, so when I like doing the visual effects and stuff, and then I was like, I want to do 3D like make 3D things. And then when I saw the 3D printer, I was like, oh my gosh, I can think of something and then it can be in my hand in the next same day. I was just like, whew. So I just dove in Cinema 4D. Then I played around with Tinkercad just for a second. And then I kind of was like, all right, I need something like more advanced. Yeah. And then went to Amber, my girlfriend. She's always like, hey, you should learn Blender. And I was like, no, that's ugly. It's old. It's gross. And then I tried it and I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. And it's like flexible, open. And then they changed their user interface and I was like all in. I was like, okay, this is something I can really get behind this. It's pretty awesome. And it's again, a generative and open kind of workflow as well.
That's what I saw. There are some designers that I also follow, and they also use Blender. I'm like, wow, this is.
I know, yeah, it doesn't, and that's kind of what I want to change too, because most people are like Blender, that's an animation software, and I'm gonna be like, no, it can do so much more. You know, if you just want to get started and then go into any other expensive program and keep going.
Yeah,
so
that's another thing. Like the licenses and everything, that's expensive. So that's why I don't understand people how. This is expensive. Like you need to survive. You need to make money. You need to eat. I don't know.
Yes, definitely.
But yeah, and regarding this software that I use to design, to edit my videos. So for editing, I use InShot, which is
okay. Yeah. Is it on your phone? On your phone?
Everything.
I've seen it. Yes.
InShot and then CapCut. Those are the main.
What's CapCut do?
CapCut is a new platform that I'm testing. It's better than InShot because when you want to speed up a video or when you want to add an effect, it's kind of more interactive, more powerful. So I'm enjoying it so far. So good.
That's cool. Yeah, I love doing because I'm an editor. Like that was my first job. As like I love cutting videos together. And now I just sometimes I let TikTok edit my videos. This is crazy, but I'll just take like 4 or 5 like power shots, you know, just cool shots with my phone, and then I'll just pick a song and then let TikTok edit it, and it's like cool. That actually turned out pretty good.
Yeah,
it's hilarious
for sure.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I also enjoy the part of editing the video.
I do too.
Like for some reason, I like it. Feel like you have to think like, okay, people is gonna think that this is too much, too little. Like, couple these seconds. I love that.
Right. No, I think I think because I did that as my career for so long, like, you know, analyzing every frame. Now I'm just like, I mean, I do that sometimes for some videos, but then there's some that I'm like, woo, like, let's just see what it does. And sometimes it does really well. Yeah. That's great. So what are your like future designs? Like, I know you mentioned something about house construction, or what is like your long, like 5-10 year dreams of like what you want to be designing then?
Right. Actually, that's a great question, especially today. So the thing is that, as I mentioned, I have my company, Z Industries, and I'm launching a new platform, not this week, but the following. This platform, like, it's going to be like a Thingiverse. You're going to be able, imagine you choose your product, let's say a wallet.
Okay.
So you take the wallet, you can customize your wallet. You can put your name there. You can put so many pockets. You can do anything that you want.
Customization.
That's the power of 3D printing, because I believe that we need to decentralize manufacturing, right? I think that a 3D printer, it's so powerful that it allows you to make anything at home. Like a printer could be Amazon, could be eBay, could be anything.
Yes, and it's in people's houses.
Exactly. So for me, like right now, it's 2021, April 5th. It's hard to believe that because people are like, okay, but you can only make plastic things with that.
Right.
But that's today. What about tomorrow? What about in 10 years?
Yes.
So that's why, since I do parametric design, if I give the power up to people to edit their designs, to customize for them, that's going to be great.
That's a game changer, dude. Yes. All right. Well, I definitely want to, if you need any beta testers or triers or anything, let me know. I will definitely help with that. That's absolutely brilliant.
I'll hit you up because I need some.
Yeah, we all do. Yeah, it's good. It's just good to know what the good things, what the users are liking and not liking is very important.
Yeah. I think that I like Thingiverse, but so far I think that it needs more. Like, you're searching and searching and searching. No, we need something.
Yeah.
That's what
I think to me, it feels like Thingiverse kind of took the back shelf when they got the Stratasys, I believe, bottom, you know, so they probably like, we don't care about that. But community is the most important part, which is so strange that they're not thinking about that. And they've already got one of the biggest platforms, but maybe they are, maybe they're not, who knows, but it doesn't seem like it.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, a last question I got for you, and then if you have any questions, but do you have any advice for anyone who really wants to start like this week or this year, like becoming a 3D print designer? Like advice would you give them?
To start yesterday. Like
Ooh, start
yesterday.
what? Like, what do they got to do?
Start designing. Like sometimes like you don't feel the confidence of doing it because you don't know. But the more that you practice, the better that you get. Some people, like, I receive messages every day like, oh, what should I study to learn things like you? I'm like, dude, I didn't study for this. Like, I spent 5 years of my life without knowing anything about 3D design. And as soon as I went out, I started to learn everything about 3D design.
That's
So
cool.
practice is the key.
I think that is true. Practice. And a daily habit. That's what I've been trying to work on just myself, is getting a not like a ritual, like a daily, like a morning routine where it's like get my mind, body right, my spirit, and then like jump into my software, like get in the software and play around.
To me, my routine, like, I work out every day at 5:30.
Whoa, you're early riser. Wow, that's great.
And I was not. Like, my mom does not believe me when I say that. But now every day, 5:30 in the morning, and that activates my energy. Like, I start to feel like, bro, when I'm in the morning, like, I'm more active, I'm more energetic. And
yeah, well, that's what they say. CEOs wake up early, sunrise or a little bit before. Hey, yes. And then you're a CEO. I'm a CEO. Let's go. Hey. Yeah, I just wake up with the sun. I love waking up with the sun. And then when the sun starts setting, I'm like, all right, no more work. I'm going to just wind it on down, enjoy the family time, and, just chill out.
Especially here because I'm located in Florida.
Oh, right, right.
When the sun is rising, it's like really bright. And summer is kind of hard,
Yeah, definitely. Well, cool. Well, what's next steps? Are you working on? You said you got a platform, or?
Yeah, there are many plans so far. Like last year, I started working with a company that produced filament.
Oh, cool.
You know that I love flexible filament.
Oh, I know. I love that about you. When I saw you, I was like, this dude, like, because flexible filament is just so good. But everybody talks about like it's so hard and it's so tricky. But dude, I actually made a design and thought of you. Hold on.
Show me.
I was like, I shouldn't print this in flexible. Then I was like, what would David do? It's for the trash cans. So you put like Walmart bags or something in there.
Bro, that's so beautiful. How long did it take?
A couple hours. This is a big nozzle. Yeah, I just want to show you that. Flexible. Yeah,
the flexible power here. Yeah,
that's right.
So I was working with this company because we're working towards recycled flexible filament.
I want some, dude. I will help with that. Anything you need. That's.
Yeah, no, it's really hard because like we have like a couple of tests to get a good quality flexible filament. It's really hard if it's recycling.
Yeah.
So we're testing. Hopefully by the end of the year we will have something.
Yeah, there's got to be, maybe there's something in nature, but yeah, dude.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you, what?
Imagine the process. Like that's what I'm picturing myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like you make everything at home and then you can reuse that filament to make some things new. So it's beautiful. I love
Close the gap. That's what I was saying. That's what I want to do too, dude. Okay. Then I knew there was some other reason to meet you, but that's what been my dream too. One of them is to, turn all like the trash and see if there is a way to clean it. I know there's people working on it, but it just makes too much sense, Yeah.
Like it's a cycle economy. It's a circular economy where you produce, recycle, reuse.
Recycle, everything is cyclical.
That's what the future looks like, especially nowadays when we have all these climate change situations. Like people don't see the issue.
I know it seems so obvious, but maybe not.
It seems so obvious, especially me because I work in the manufacturing industry.
Mm-hmm.
It's so bad, bad. We have to the inventory, the replacements, the refunds, like all the logistics involved in something that we don't need. When you can just send it through internet and receive it at home and make it,
boom,
it makes sense.
It does, dude. This is great. Well, what are you doing the rest of the day? Are you designing today, or you working, or?
Yes, I most of the time when I have a meeting like this or interview or something like that, I spend between 3 and 4. every day. And then I start my designing 4 up to 7.
Okay.
Then social media.
Yes, I know it is. Yeah, I've been trying to cut down time. I even have little timers like to cut out, like try and do everything in like 30 minutes to an hour, but it takes time.
Yeah, sometimes like that's another important thing for entrepreneurs and all the people that are watching this.
Yeah.
Like being so consistent and so organized with your time, because that's key, especially if you want to live out of this. You need to be really organized with your time.
Yeah.
Super organized.
I've been trying a thing where I've been trying to work only 15 hours a week, which sounded impossible because I'm like a workaholic. Like I loved working and I like valued myself through work, but it's been such a great experience to like limit the amount of time you give yourself to work, because then it laser focuses you on like that 20% of what actually needs to get done. Like today, it was finish the new print and place design, like get it started, and then talk to you. Like those are my 2 things. As long as I get that, and that'll take about 3 hours, per day. So it's like, it's crazy because other times I would be like, oh, I could do a video for 2 or 3 hours. I could do this. I could do that. I could start some prints. It's like, but that doesn't move the meter, that doesn't keep everything moving forward.
Yeah, focused. But wait, what about the hat? Like, I'm very curious.
Oh
like,
yeah. I've always been like really into hats, and I'm growing my hair out right now. So I just always wear hats, but I want to like photogrammetry this. And then add sculpted details, and then like sell like fashion hats eventually, like one day. Like hold on. Like this one is like a wireframe kind of what do you call it, just regular cap, but doing some crazy just wearables. And that's what I love about your channel too, because you do a lot of wearables and hats, and I've seen it, and that's, I was like, that's my dude.
That's gonna be the platform, so hopefully you're gonna be able to test that.
Dude, I will help. Yes, if you want designs, we want promote, I'll help. I'm all about it. Well, cool. Absolutely. Well, thank you for taking time for me. Do you have any questions for me or anything like that?
I'm curious about the platform that you mentioned before that we started the podcast. Like, tell me about it, because you're very excited when you talk about that, and I want to know.
Okay, yeah. So Amber told me not to tell, but I'll tell. But or maybe we'll tell this. Me and you, I will cut the podcast here.
Yeah.
But essentially, kind of what you were thinking. Here, we can go ahead. Well, screw it. We can just do it. But I was gonna say, like, we've been building an education platform, right? But I was like, it would be so much better to like, because it's all kind of based on me, because eventually I would love to sell a company, but I can't sell a company if it's all based on my knowledge, so I was like, how can I make something that everyone can play with, everyone can create with? And so we're kind of turning our platform more into a educational platform, but also just tools that help designers make money. Nice. So, but it'd be all about design. And then there's educational material too. If they want to learn from different people, they can do that. But we actually started doing it for another industry, essentially. And then we were like, wait a minute, let's kind of test it on our system, what we already have built, and see how it goes. And then we can do it for any industry, really. But it could also help with licensing. You know how a lot of people like do Iron Man and all these copyrighted things. And that's another thing I love about you. You don't do that. You're doing a lot of original ideas because you're a designer. Yeah. And so that's really what we want to create, is just building a place to build designers, like pro designers, and show them like, hey, you can ask for money. When a client does come to you, how do you set it up? How do you close it? How do you get like all, like what you're worth? Don't let them charge $100 for you or whatever. So that's kind of what we're building. But the first thing we'll probably do, I don't know, I'm kind of been interested in those link trees, that I saw it on your site too. I can't remember Dakasha, or I can't remember the company name, but when you click on your link on like Instagram and it has like the link beacons. Yeah. Something beacons, but maybe just for 3D print designers. I don't know, something, but just kind of toying with ideas. Yeah.
Especially like, since you already mentioned it, the copyright issue with the 3D printing community is going to be a big thing.
It's huge. And I think people they just ignore it. Like it's just going to go away, but like it's not. And so that's what it's like, this gray area. So I want to have a platform maybe that makes it really simple, where it's like, oh, you know, all the money is going to the right people. Like you can still do that, but you have to do it legally, you know, or something.
And usually, for example, once I post a design, I don't remember the design, was a clamp, I think, on Thingiverse.
Mm-hmm.
And people started to copy it and make it like out of nowhere, like it was like an spread. I'm like, what happened with the money and all that time that I spent there?
Right. And that's what, because people don't think it's valuable. So it's like, it is valuable. It's a skill. It's like literally turning ideas. So I guess there's got to be a way where the files can be protected if you want them to be protected, kind of thing. So I don't know. I think it's still early, but we're figuring it out.
The future is getting better. Don't worry.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
But yeah, man. At any time, if you need help from me, from my side, from my company,
just keep doing what you're doing. Keep shining your light. That helps me more than you know, and more than what you know from other people. You know, just your energy coming through is huge. Very helpful.
Thank you so much.
Thank y'all so much for listening with us today. And again, thanks to David for taking the time to hang out with me. If you're interested in David's work, check him out over at David Z Industries on TikTok and Instagram. Be sure to check in next week. We'll be talking to Kevin from Product Design Online. While you wait, remember to get yourself a Print That Thing membership at ptt.live so you can start 3D printing your own ideas. I'm Jay Wall, and as always, keep creating.